This is the story of a rare and newly discovered disease, barely researched, often misdiagnosed, rarely acknowledged. This is the story of Cinedrome and those who suffer it.
The first case I came across was in 2002. There are 22 diagnosed cases across the globe, mostly in the more wealthy developed countries. The problem with researching the disease is that many of those who suffer from it remain undiagnosed and are put into institutions for those of unsound mind. Diagnosis is a long and difficult process because each case seems to be unique to each sufferer or synedromic.
Marie has an unknown condition that has turned her life upside down.
Started about 3 months ago. Small things at first, like my lipstick colour would change, or if I made myself a ham sandwich, I'd go to bite into it and it'd be cheese and pickle. I don't like pickle. But now it's the big things, like when I took my friend's dog for a walk, Laboratory was, and I brought him back, he was a Jack Russell. She doesn't talk to me now.
Symptoms may vary greatly, depending on personality, experiences, and the films they've watched.
Chris was diagnosed with Cinedrome in 2005. He has contracted anomania and has been infected by children's cartoons.
Your case is most worrying to me. These charming, winsome little creatures are undermining your masculinity, and thus you cannot abide them. You have begun to find glee in the slaughter of these creatures, and that is most concerning. You are putting yourself in a world of hostility, anger, and aggression. Christopher, please look at me. I'm referring you to our team of occupational therapists. They will help you to find some coping strategies. This will encourage you to find something positive in your condition.
Godfrey has a strain of Cinedrome, sound tracheitis. The music which accompanies his life ranges from that of the Western to the melodrama.
Who knows where the music's coming from? It baffles the doctors. This is the music. Hate it. Sinister. Foreboding. It makes me think a murderer will pop out of the bugler and stab me. Excuse me.
Marie has been referred to Dr. Merton by her GP in the hope that a diagnosis can be made.
Can you recall your first attack?
I was with that bloody shite Gary. I woke up on the Sunday morning and my negligee had gone and I was wearing long johns. Well, I thought he played a joke on me and we had a big argument.
Excellent. Do you recall watching a film? Perhaps the night before the Long John debacle?
He made me watch some god-awful hammer horror. Something about vampires and breasts.
Marie, I'm sorry to have to tell you, but I believe that you're suffering from a rare strain of the disease Cinedrome. You have lost your continuity.
Douglas's case highlights the failure of the NHS to support the Cinedromic.
Douglas suffered from a strain of Cinedrome, slapstickosis, due to a penchant for silent comedy and a tendency towards clumsiness. This led, after a series of more and more grievous and elaborate accidents, to his death. I cannot help but think that a lack of understanding and support from social services played its part in this serious loss.
You're right, Dr. Byrne.
No, of course I'm not all right. What are you, a cretin? I think I've broken my bloody ankle. Don't touch it! God's sake! Ow! Call a bloody ambulance!
Linda, Chris's occupational therapist, feels a new approach may help Chris come to terms with his Cinedrome.
Chris needs to feel he has control over his condition, so I'm encouraging him to make a friend. It's bound to become animated at some stage. The challenge for Chris is not to harm his friend, and I believe that because it's his creation, he won't become violent towards it.
I'm making a new friend. He will be my friend. Must find the Battenberg.
Our team receive a call from Dr. Merton one night. He has been called out to see Marie. Her continuity is rapidly deteriorating.
Marie, try to stay calm. We can deal with this.
Am I going to keep changing till my face belongs to Michael Jackson?
I'm sorry I can't tell you more. It's just that this disease is in the early stages of research and...
So I'm your guinea pig, and by tomorrow I may be a guinea pig for all you know.
That is most unlikely.
Just give me something to knock me out. I can't take much more of this.
Dr. Merton is paying Chris a routine house call.
Look, Prudence, we have visitors.
Yes. Linda told me you'd been creating things.
Sit down, please.
So, how are you, Christopher?
We're fine.
And this is...
He is Prudence. They told me at school I was no good at art.
Yes, you certainly have, flair. And how are you coping with the animation?
Fine. Fine.
Now, Christopher, you know you shouldn't have a television. You know the risk of secondary infections is high. What have you been watching?
I went to the library for adult animation.
Jan Speigmeyer! Oh, Christopher, no! It's time to leave. Come on, Christopher!
No, I cannot do that. Prudence is my friend. I cannot harm him. Linda told me I must stay and look after him.
Run!
You are to send someone down here right now with some ketamine. Yes, I know it's for horses. We are dealing with young Speigmeyer now. If you were seeing what I am seeing now, you would not be arguing me. And if you continue to argue, you will be out of the job. Now get in the ambulance and you come down here right now.
I am the master.
Chris has been interred, but it soon becomes clear to the team that the doctor himself has been infected.
Ah, what picture did you plump for? You look a bit peaky. Take a sip of brandy. Perk you up a bit.
I was about to suggest that Chris take some time away from Prudence.
I stay with Prue. He is my friend.
Extraordinary. I'm afraid we haven't been properly introduced. I'm Eric. You're a rather splendid creature.
Doctor, it's Murray. You need to come quickly.
Poor, well-meaning Nurse Jones, crashing into those precious moments we had together. He chatted and fussed, but I heard not what he said. Prudence behaved so well, with such perfect politeness. No one could have guessed what he was really feeling. That's my train. I must go.